what's up? I'm Jen and I'm short, and welcome to part 2 of becoming Kylo Ren, the fun-size version. So in part 1, you saw me in downtown LA in the fashion district looking for some materials and fabrics. You also saw my friend taking my measurements because she's actually going to be the one making all the soft pieces of the costume. So today, I'm going to talk about the helmet. So I have the Black Series Kylo helmet. This helmet comes with a voice changer, and that's probably the worst part of the helmet. The voice changer kind of sucks. It sucks when you're a boy and you have a boy's voice, but it sucks even more when you're a girl and you have a girl voice. Because then you can hear the girl voice behind the voice changer voice, and it echoes a lot. So I went ahead and did some very slight modifications for now, which I will attempt to show here. Okay, there. You see that? So I took out the dish that was here-ish, and the mic, which is here, now has a little windscreen over it. This is the dish that I think everybody is basically taking out of this helmet because I think it makes things worse. And these are basically lapel microphone windscreens. I had to stretch it quite a bit, but I was able to put it over the mic, and hopefully that's gonna help a little bit with the sound. So inside the helmet, as you can see, it's just all hard plastic, so it's gonna need probably a little bit of material in here to absorb the sound. So I'm thinking Dynamat. What is Dynamat, you might be asking? So from my other hobby, which is cars, I have learned about a material called Dynamat. It's basically used in the inside of the vehicle for insulation or to absorb sound. A sound damping material. I'm gonna buy some of that and try and place it inside the helmet. Hopefully that'll help, but I'll do an update video when I actually get the Dynamat and have it installed, and we'll see if it makes a difference. This helmet is pretty big, so I'm gonna need to add some padding on the inside. But speaking of size, of course, the question comes to mind, is this helmet just too big for my little body? Let's take a look, shall we? Here's the helmet. Let's put the helmet on and see how it looks. It turns out my hair is getting in the way, so I'm gonna remove this little piece here. Hang on. So this is the other thing that I'm gonna need to change in this helmet. I'm hoping that just by adding foam padding, it's gonna help. This is a piece inside the helmet. I think it's meant to hold it on your head properly, but this thing just does not cooperate with me. Let's try this one more time. There is a lot of room in this helmet, and this is what happens when you don't have the piece inside. It tends to just fall forward, especially on me for some reason, and it might just be my hair getting in the way back here. This is what the helmet looks like on me. I'll get a shot of me standing further away from the camera so you can see a full body shot, and we can see if it's indeed just too big for me. But hey, since it's on, let's hear the voice changer, shall we? Hello, I can still hear my voice underneath the voice changer, and I'm not even sure you can understand what I'm saying. Of course, like I said, I've got to work out the inside here because there's a ton of space in this helmet and my head's not that big, which I guess might be a good thing. But aside from the crappy voice changer, I really like the way this helmet looks. Part of me is still kind of hopeful that once I have all those layers of the costume on, maybe it'll beef me up a bit and this won't look so big on me. Probably just wishful thinking. One of the other helmets that was recommended to me as an alternative is actually a child-size costume helmet by Rubies, which can be found on Amazon. This helmet, while smaller and probably honestly more appropriate for my body, doesn't really look as awesome as the Black Series helmet, and it's gonna take a lot of modding to get it to look right. Is it okay to admit that I'm actually a little afraid to mod a helmet all by myself?
Don't be afraid.
Look at this guy. This Kylo has a really big head for his little body, and it's kind of cute, right? God damn it. Fine. Hey, okay, so guess what just arrived? This is the child-size Rubies Kylo Ren helmet. Two-piece helmet. As you can see, here's the Black Series helmet that I had tried on. This is the child-size helmet, so you can see it is indeed smaller, but as you can also probably see, it is indeed much flimsier, thinner, cheap, plasticky. So this is the packaging that came with this guy here. To be fair, this helmet here was about $80, where this helmet here was only about $20. So you have to expect a little bit of a quality difference there just because of the price alone. So this is the child-size helmet up close. Can see it's going to require some cutting here, and the way it fastens together is Velcro and looks horrible, so that is obviously going to need to be glued, bondoed. This is the inside of the helmet. As you can see, it's super thin plastic. No bueno, but I guess it's a good base to start a modification on. There's the Black Series one again. It's heavy, it's hard plastic, and an actual hard lens. Quality aside, fitment-wise, that's the only reason I bought the smaller helmet. Let's try on the child size helmet to see if it looks better with me. Let's talk about Kylo's belt. I'm gonna be using this 501st Costume Reference Library as my guide here. They specify that it needs to be approximately 5 inches wide. 5 inches is like a small corset. So what I need to do is scale it down from the actual Kylo size. I'm most likely gonna have to have somebody custom mold the belt buckle piece for me because I'm pretty sure the ones that you can buy online are big. Man, being short sucks. Let's talk about Kylo's outer robe material, which is the bulk of the costume. In my last video, I showed you that was actually the one fabric that I couldn't find. One option I found online is this monk's cloth fabric. Get nice and close up so you can see it, maybe hopefully kind of, I don't know. You see it? Yeah, you see that weave? Good thing is it's very lightweight, but it is kind of see-through, so we might have to double up. Yeah. Probably gonna have to double up the layers. And this is probably gonna be like my last resort, my backup plan material. I am gonna keep looking for the more screen accurate basket weave material. If you enjoyed this video, click that subscribe button. I'm gonna do the best that I can to film as much of this journey as possible to become Kylo Ren. Fun size, of course. Everything from the measurements and the fittings and any mistakes that we make and fails we have, and hopefully at the end it will be a success. In addition, I will show you my attempt to modify the Kylo Ren helmet.
Don't be afraid.
Still afraid. And in the meantime, feel free to check out some of my completed cosplays. I've done Baby Doll, I've done Harley Quinn, I've done another Harley Quinn coming soon, Edward Kenway. I have plenty of stuff, check it out. Thanks so much for watching. Now it is time to roll out.